evening, gang. It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, guys, definitely gonna want to see this one. So we got those ladies on the set, ABC's The View, back at it again. I've told you time and time again, if they're not fighting with those ladies around that table, they're fighting with the guests they're inviting onto that show, and it is no different in today's update when they're inviting Bill Maher onto the set, guys. I'm excited to get into it, so now I'm straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Building tunnels. So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? It's a war. I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that. I assume the Israeli Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that. Stop attacking Israel.
Look at Sunny. She's so upset already. Guys, look at Sunny's face. She is already so upset. I mean, it doesn't take much for her.
The Jews, they're calling for the annihilation of the Jews. And so you can't really defend that on the other side very easily.
But before we go, I want to say...
No, we're not going anywhere yet.
Okay, but I just want to say one thing, as we were talking in the break.
Yeah.
Joy is a wonderful human being, and she should not be afraid that people are going to attack her because she said the thing about the swastika on the cap.
Well,
she does not think that as you said to me in the break, you do not think that all the people who are for Trump are Nazis.
No, I don't.
You don't.
I just want them to pay attention to words like vermin and poisoning the blood and the Third Reich. That's all. That's really what I'm asking.
They see Trump as a comedian. They see him as a clown who says crazy things.
They saw Hitler like that.
Right, okay, but that doesn't mean, you know.
And that's the point really where I feel like we have to draw the line. Why do we keep allowing her to compare Trump to such an evil guy? You know what I mean? It just doesn't equate. I've never heard anyone call him this guy one of the most evil guys, you know, known to man, a comedian once ever. And she's comparing, saying they said the same thing about this guy. That's who they're going to put Donald Trump up against. And I just don't believe it. And the same reason why we keep getting, you know, these attempts or attacks that we're seeing, just they say it's random, but there's a reason for it. You know, the narrative, the dangerous narrative we keep hearing being pushed. No consequence, no recourse for their actions. They're just allowed to get up here, say what they want to do, defame, slander, and drag folks' names through the mud. I mean, when do we draw the line for this? Because it's getting out of hand. We just seen, what was that? The other day, we just seen following their comments about Elon Musk and Donald Trump, you know, waiting on him by the stairs or whatever. We've seen the Cybertruck blowing up right in front of Trump Towers. I mean, is this all coincidental, or is it their dangerous narrative that keeps leading these things happening?
Clown who says crazy things.
They saw Hitler like that.
Right, okay, but that doesn't mean, you know, you can hate Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It is half the country.
I have some in my family. I don't think they're Nazis.
Okay, great. I'm glad we got that. I don't want you hurt in the supermarket.
I have a question for you, because I don't know if you've noticed what I've noticed, but I find that oftentimes when I'm watching the news, I'm only getting portions, because one of the things that happens, I was listening to you talk about, the kids that had the Hamas flags.
And I think this is very ironic, coming from Whoopi Goldberg, saying there is portions, you're only getting certain sets of the story or half the story. I don't even feel like you get half the story up here with these ladies on the set of The View. They sprinkle in their lies. It's 70% lie, 30% of the truth, or a baseline of the story that actually happened. It's ridiculous, especially when it has anything to do or it's pertaining to Donald Trump, guys. They spin and they mix it up. So it's very ironic that Whoopi Goldberg, Queen Spin, is coming out here saying that they don't like news outlets only giving half or a portion of the story.
It reminded me of when people were saying Antifa is there, you know, and doing that. So bad players show up and make stuff happen. But do you find that the view that we're being shown seems to be meant to guide us into thinking about people one way, when in fact it may be a much bigger conversation?
Oh, of course. I mean, the media is always going to just chase what is interesting to watch. I mean, I used to be able to watch the nightly news, for example. I can't do it. I mean, first of all, it should be called, here's some video we found that's fun to watch. That's not the news.
Yeah.
You know, like anything that happens on a plane. Like the plane skidded off the runway, so what? Call me when anybody died, and it's not, the door fell off. Okay, I'm sorry.
I understand the door falling off, but you don't want to be up in the air.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. That one I needed to know.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And then by the time you get to the last segment, it's just, you know, the bears in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
You know, it's just nothing.
Yeah.
And it's narrative over truth. You know,
That's-
I mean, it's not like when I hear people talk on either side of it, I always think they're lying. They're just telling me half of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I never trust them anywhere until I check out the other half.
Yeah.
And it's tedious.
Yeah.
You know, I just want one place, and of course it's my book and my show, where you can get both.
You're leading me right into what I was going to talk about because
And
we are
this
talking
show
about your.
too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here too.
We're talking.
No way. And I fail to believe that The View, it's so ironic that they're on this topic on the set. ABC's The View, guys. The folks who are known to give half the viewpoint, hence the name The View. You know what I mean? If that, you're lucky to get half the actual story, the truth of it. You know, and that's why a lot of folks are turning to independent journalists, researchers, these independent outlets who are able to, you know, push out stories without having to put spin to it. There is no, you know, forcing or, you know, pushing factors behind them that are saying, hey, you have to, you know, spin the story a certain way in order to get paid. You have to say there is nothing as independent journalists, myself, Reckless, A-Dog, Benny, John, all the folks, you know, when I go and I'm looking for news, I don't go and, turn on a television and refer to Legacy. No, I'm going straight to either X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm coming on YouTube. I think the first thing that pops up, usually one of those lines of folks, either A-Dog, Life with Reckless, Benny Johnson, Liberal Hive Mind, you know, folks like that are going to deliver raw, unfiltered news and not give you half the story, unlike these ladies on the set. ABC's The View.
Right into what I was going to talk about because
And
we are
this
talking
show
about your.
too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here too.
We're talking about your new book, which
Yes.
looks at 20 years of your editorials, re-edited and reimagined
Right.
in time for Father's Day. What do you want people to take away from reading it?
Yeah.
Well, I think I think we're tribal now, which is not good. And I think there's 4 tribes. Basically, there's old school liberals, which I would mostly count myself as, old school conservatives. There's still some of those
You've
left.
changed, though.
Wait, what are the other two?
There it is, guys. There it is right there. I was waiting. Sunny Hostin just does not care. She'll say and do whatever. She'll attack you if you feel like you are not in support or your beliefs different from hers. We're seeing that right here. You know, once upon a time, Sunny Hostin didn't have this, you know, this negative or hateful tone towards Bill Maher. But now that he's kind of coming around, I see him every once in a blue moon. He'll have a solid take. And this whole narrative that we're getting half the story, if we're lucky, from legacy media outlets is where he's coming around to reality. And Sunny Hostin is saying, hey, you changed. You're not the same as what you used to be. You used to be one of those fear mongers who gaslight and push these hateful and divisive narratives. But you've changed. You're starting to push out the truth, and I don't like that. Is essentially what I got from Sunny Hostin, guys. But definitely hop in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts, what you're making of it all. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.